Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, and this is going to be our fun Friday episode. So, I have some dad jokes prepared for you, I have some trivia prepared. Happy June! Who knew that it was June already? How in the world can this year be halfway completed? I have no idea. Isn't that just the craziest thing? It is in my world. It's the craziest thing. I can't believe it. I am, yeah, I'm pretty astounded, actually. Pretty astounded. Let me turn my volume off. Here we go on my phone so that we're not getting notification. Yeah, yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. Um, Good morning. I'm going to say good morning to a couple people. A couple people have already said hello and aloha, Naomi. Aloha Crochet by Naomi, and it's our good friend Naomi. And good morning to you. And good morning, Alice, our Canuck friend from the north. How are you today? Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Alice. That's sweet of you. I brushed my hair this morning. That's what I did. I brushed my hair. I still have dark circles under my eyes. Maybe I'll just do this and it won't look so big, so bad. I don't know. We'll see. I am slowly starting to feel normal. Slowly. Slowly. Um, so hopefully very soon. Of course, I mean it's normal, right? Normal for me for the longest time has been exhausted, overwhelmed, um I don't know, just like not on the good end because of my various iron deficiencies and B12 deficiencies, vitamin D deficiencies, all these things, right? But we're slowly getting them worked out, and I'm slowly coming back to a new normal. Maritza's yarn and crafts. Good morning to you. I hope you're having a great Friday. Good morning, Tanya Partey. Good morning to you, my sweet sissy. My sweet sissy. And bouncing back takes longer the older we get. Oh yes, aren't you? Uh, Telling the truth. Let me tell you. Telling the truth. Yeah. Yep. So, what is in your cup this morning? I have coffee with a little bit of half and half, going back to my normal and hopefully trying to get back to my normal. Mhm. Feels good on my throat. Feels good on my throat. Mm, Let me bring this down just a little bit. Oh, I know what was going on with that. Yes, that mm, interesting, right? Yeah. I think what I need to do is get another book under there. Let me see really quick. Even if I just do one little book, that might help. Hold on just a second. Don't get seasick. I'm going to move you up just a little bit and let's see if that helps at all. A little bit. It does. A little bit. Yay. Okay. That's good. That's better. I'm liking it better. I got a book that's about that thick. Raise up my laptop just a little bit more. Aha, Joyce. Good morning to you, Joyce. How are you? I hope you're having a great morning. A great morning. And eyes closed. Tanya Petit says, "Oh, your eyes are closed today." Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Miguel. How are you today? I hope that you are feeling better, my friend. My goodness, you've had a rough go. And yeah, a rough go. So what is your temperature like this morning? So I have a couple questions for you. What's in your cup? Because I want to know, because I'm nosy like that. So, as I said, I've got a little bit of coffee and some half and half. Well, the angle is not letting me show you too much of it, but anyway, you can see. Mm, good stuff. Good stuff. And then I want to know, what's the temp where you're at? So, where I'm at in East Tennessee, it is currently 68 degrees Fahrenheit. The real feel is 77. Wow. 77. Oh, I'm going to bring you down just a little bit. There we go. There we go. Now my poor. There we go. There we go. And let's see. So today, oh, 80% chance of rain today. Really? My goodness. 88% chance of rain tomorrow. Wow. It it actually doesn't get any better until next Friday, and they're predicting 6% chance of rain. However, today's chance of rain was supposed to be 1%. And now today, when the day gets here, it is 80. We have a high of 86 today. I am not liking that too much, but you know what? I guess I'll take it. Looks like there might be some storms, some thunderstorms, because I see a little lightning on there too. So, what is your weather like today where you are? Let me know. And I would love to know. I can live vicariously through you and your weather. Let's see. Miguel is getting errands done. Oh no. Are you kidding me? Miguel has a high today of 92. Wow. Wow. Naomi says it's 66 degrees, 93% humidity. Oh, yes. Ugh is right. 93% humidity. My goodness gracious. And Alice has 24 degrees Celsius, 78 degrees Fahrenheit in Toronto. And yeah, so 78 degrees Fahrenheit. And depending on the humidity, I'm thinking that you don't have as much humidity as we do here in the South, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. So, my last question for you, well, not my last question because you know me, I'm going to be asking questions, but what is on your hook? I want to know what's on your hook, and then I'll show you what's on my hook. And I currently have 3 things to show you, and they're all new whips. They're all new. One of them you've seen already, and the other 2 you have not seen. You did hear me talk about them the last time we were together. Um, but yeah. So how is everyone? Let's see. Oh, okay. Naomi says we have a 20% chance of rain and it's cloudy at the moment. Okay. Tanya says 88 degrees Fahrenheit with 75% humidity. You know, Tanya is in Florida. 88. That's not good with 75% humidity. We are 68 with, where's the humidity? 95% humidity. That's why it's only 68, but the real feel is 77. It's because of that humidity. Yes. Amy, good morning, Amy Ruff. How are you today? I hope you're having a great Friday, and I hope that this is your Friday. Um, meaning work-wise. Because sometimes people work over the weekend, and then when I say, "Oh, it's great, it's the weekend," and then you still have to work. Oh, Naomi says, "I'm finishing up a baby dress." Oh, that is so fun. So fun. I love little baby dresses. Oh my goodness, they are just so fun to make, and it's just so adorable on the babies. One dress that I made my oldest granddaughter, Nicole, it was pink, and it was just she just absolutely loved that dress. Oh my gosh, she loved it. And she would still be wearing it today if she could fit it, but she can't fit in it. Oh my goodness. Mm. Oh my goodness. So, are you ready to see some things that I have been making? I'm ready to show you. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is actually something that I showed you before. I've made a little bit more progress on it, although you probably won't be able to tell because, let me get it. Here we go. Because it's just like growing it more and more and more, right? So this is my wasp nest, and it is with 100% cotton yarn. And basically, it's just like a beanie hat, kind of. You make the circles until it's as big as you want, and then you just start going around and around and around. And, straight, and then you start bringing it in. So I'm in the stage where I am reducing, 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 so that eventually it can be turned into like a wasp nest shape. And then I'll stuff it with plastic bags. Oh, good. Yes. TGIF. Amy says, I'm good. And yes, TGIF. That's awesome. Awesome. I'm glad. I'm glad this is your Friday. Woo woo. And so yeah, so this is the wasp nest. And this is for my chicken coop. So my chickens, I'm going to keep an eye on this. This is the first time that I've been using that I've used my um, microphone in a long time because it kept cutting out on me. And so let's see how it does today. So yeah, so this is one skein of this brown, and it's almost used up. I don't know. This makes it look like there's a lot left, but there really isn't. I've used over half of it, but I think I'm going to have enough with this one skein to make the finish off this um, wasp nest. So that is almost complete. I have the hooks ready to screw into the beams at the chicken coop so that we can keep those wasps away. Keep them away. Yay. Um, Ooh, Tanya says, I have a circle baby blanket on my hook, but I haven't touched it since Sunday. It's in the van. Ooh, okay. So you crocheted in the van while hubby was driving. That is so awesome. I love it. And but you haven't touched it since because it's still in the van. Yeah. Yeah. You might need to run out there and get it. Right? Yeah. Mm, all right. Ooh, that is so good. I'm just gonna let that hot coffee slide down my throat, grease up the wheels in there. All right. The second thing that I want to show you is something that I talked about last time, but I hadn't started it. And I found a pattern that I like. I'm not sure that this is the one that I'm going to make like 8 or 10 of, but it sure is a pretty pattern. And I'm getting ready to start the I'm getting ready to start on the border. So that is going to be good. I love this cotton yarn, and it's 100% cotton, and it is in the colorway Sage. There we go. So I'm using a 5.0 millimeter hook. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning to you. How are you? I hope that you're having a great day. And Alice is currently working on a sleepyhead doll. Nice. I love those sleepyhead dolls. Yep, I sure do. So this is the placemat. It's kind of pretty, isn't it? I really um but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to make all of these, and as you can see like it, there's like a mesh stitch in there and V stitches. The V stitches, I think, help it grow. It's an oval, and so this is the final round before I start the fan stitch picot row, which is the border row. So it'll be one more row larger and then plus a border. So this is a pattern, and I'll share it with you. This is a pattern. It's a free pattern, which is really nice. And it is, let me see if I can. hmm, No, let's see. Here we go. Okay. So it is a free pattern, and let me share it with you. Here we go. Okay. It's called a Pico Fan Placemat, designed by Jennifer Edwards. Now, you can purchase patterns from her, but this one just happens to be a free pattern. It's 4 pages long, and she actually, when you click on her pattern, it comes up as a free PDF, which is really nice, really very nice. So her website is jenniferedwards.com. Pretty sure. Yes, it is. Here we go. On the left-hand side, it's Knitterly Arts, jenniferedwards.com. And then when you're on the right side of the screen, you would click on free patterns, crochet and knit, and it was like free patterns, and this one comes up. So as you can see, it is a very pretty pattern, and you can see that Pico fan stitch is really, really nice. Really, really nice. So I am really excited about this. She says that the pattern is inspired by a placemat that was passed down to her from her grandmother. And, you know, it is a lovely oval placemat. So, as you can see, she really goes into details. She says that it's a worsted weight cotton. She used lilies and cream, or peaches and cream, like that. 1.5 balls would equal one placemat. So I'm estimating it to be just under 200 yards. Um, so I think that um, my um, this yarn, I love this cotton yarn, is actually 180 yards. So I really think that one of these will make a placemat. So, if you get these on sale, which I hope you do, then you can estimate that one placemat, now full price, this is $3.99, so that would be $4 a placemat. But if you get it on sale, then you're saving money, but it would be, I don't know, 35% off of $4.99 or $3.99. You do the math. I'm not up to that this morning. But anyway, so that would give you an idea of how much it would cost if you wanted to make a set as a gift. Um, so she tells you that, and an H hook. Um, she doesn't even give the. This was written in 2016, so I think that's probably why she made it free. Because it's 9 years old, this pattern, and it's a good pattern. It's really a good pattern. Also, she has like memory refreshers. So this is a memory refresher for different stitches, various stitches and instructions that she gives in the pattern, which is really nice. And then also the special stitches. So she calls it an M stitch, which is a mesh stitch. And she tells you what a mesh stitch is: a V stitch, a picot fan stitch. She has two different kinds of picot fan stitches, an A and a B. And so she gives instructions on what to do when she uses her abbreviation for a picot fan stitch A, FSA, and a PFSB. So that's nice. And then she does a walkthrough on the pattern itself. And then here it starts. So the pattern is actually only, you could squeeze this written pattern into one page. The instructions, I'm saying. So, um, it's not overly complicated, but I like the way she spells everything out. It's really nice. So, like I said, if you go to jenniferedwards.com and you can either do a search or go over to the right, Pico Fan Placemat. That's what I'm working on. I do like it. I do like it. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see if that's one that I make a whole bunch of. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, okay, let's see. Amy says, I just finished a poncho with mandala yarn. Love it. I haven't started anything new yet. That's nice. I love ponchos. Oh my goodness. And Catherine says, I am working on a boho top. I just sent a picture. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Let me see if I can share that picture. Let's sir. Dun dun dun. Okay, let's see. Dun dun dun. Okay, well, here we go. Oh, that is pretty. Okay, let me see if I can share it. Well, we shall see, shan't we? Let's see. Share screen. Hmm. There we go. All right. That is very pretty. Woo. Very, very pretty. Is that for your daughters? One of your daughters, Catherine? That's really, really gorgeous. Yeah, very pretty. Um, Thank you, Alice. Alice says, hit the like reminder. Hit that thumbs up button. Mash that button. Oh, isn't that pretty? Yeah. Amy is at work right now while she listens, but she'll send a photo next time. Thank you. Thank you, Amy. Um, and let's see, Miguel says, Happy National Donut Day. My local Dunkin's is giving a free donut out. I'll pass because of the diabetes, but it's tempting. Yes, it is tempting. Let's see. Aha. And Catherine says, Thank you. Just finishing the frills. No, you're going to sell them at your market. Ooh, nice. That looks very high end, and I love the color. You're going to do good. Yes, you're going to do really good. And whoever wears that, whoever buys that is going to have all the prettiness. And so it's going to look gorgeous on them. You just know it. Let's see. All right. There we go. So here's a question for you. Why don't skeletons fight each other during summer holidays? Why don't skeletons fight each other during summer holidays? They just don't have the guts. They just don't have the guts. Ba-dum-bum. Uh, what's a beach's favorite type of music? What's a beach's favorite type of music? Anything with a good wave? Naomi, next time I see you, you have to show me how to do the hula, the not the hula. Yes, the hula. Oh. And then let's see. One more for right now. Why did the sun go to school during the summer? Why did why did the sun go to school during the summer? To get a little brighter, to get a little brighter. Ba-dum-bum. Oh yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Oh my goodness. No guts. That's right. No guts. Mm. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I let me see here. Let me close that out. Look here really quick. Okay, I have a knock knock joke for you, which we're going to have to pretend. So everybody answer me so that I can hear you, okay? Ready? Knock knock. Who's there? Cow says, Cow says who? No, silly. Cow says moo. And that one is for our friend Nikki, who loves cows. Cow says who? No, silly. Cow says moo. Oh my gosh. I know, right? Nikki. Oh, Nikki's not here today. I wish she was. I miss that girl. Slothy. Mhm. Oh, it's funny. I know, right? Naomi Tiny. I still have that one up. I can still do that one because I think it's so funny and I just had to hold on to it. So I actually still have it as in there. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let me show you the third thing that's on my hook right now. Mhm. All right, so the third thing that's on my hook is something that we talked about. Um, and I just started working on it last night while I was watching TV. I just mindlessly started in on this and it was fun last night. So let me tell you what yarn I'm using. I'm using Crafter's Secret in the colorway Citrine Sheen. So that is what I'm using. And Alice just told a dad joke because Alice loves dad jokes. She absolutely loves dad jokes. And yeah. What has 5 toes but isn't your foot? What has 5 toes but isn't your foot? My foot. I know Alice loves the yeah, she loves them. Loves them. Okay, so this is they call it, somebody called it a magic um, pot holder. Um, I made this one really large. So do you remember last time we talked? Um, right, Alice, I know. Remember last time we talked, which was this past Monday, um, I was talking about making the double-sided magic pot holder. And I said that I did like 30, which would be like this, right? Um, but Miguel said he made his 40, I think 42 stitches wide. So I went ahead and made this one 38. This is 38. You can see how wide it is. It's the thick pot holder. Yes. It's 38 wide. So basically 37 stitches on each side. So you chain 38 and then I did half double crochet. The instructions for the magic one did say half double crochet. I do half double crochet because I don't have the patience to do all of it in single crochet. I just don't have the patience. Not a three-toed sloth. What in the world are you doing with the sloth, Tanya? No, 5 toes, but isn't your foot? It's not a three-toed sloth. That's right. Oh my goodness, you're so funny. So, anyway, you go down one side and then you just keep going down the other side and then of the chain. And then once you do that, you connect and then you just keep going and going and going. And so this is what I've done. As you can see, it just looks like a little pouch starting. But then once you get the pouch started so far, then you take this and you open it up and you bend this down. And when these two corners meet in the middle, when these two edges meet in the middle, then that's when you know you're done and you just crochet along that edge and then you're done and you have a double thick pot holder. So I made mine larger because I thought, well, I'm going to try this size because then maybe it could also be a hot pad slash pot holder. And so if I made it larger, then it would be a better hot pad. The only problem is that I only have this one um, little ball of yarn, and I can tell right now because I'm almost halfway through that it's not going to be enough. But that's okay because I have another colorway that is very similar to this one that I will do the other half with, right? And then if that's not enough, then I will, well, and I also might do like a solid stripe. Maybe I'll do um, a solid stripe of this for a couple rows and then transition to the other color. It just depends on how far along this one ball will get me. And then I'll do so many rows with the solid and then do the other one. So I think it will look okay. Um, it'll look okay, but I'm really excited about this because this is something that is mindless. I'm just doing it in a continuous round. I'm not starting and stopping the row. And so I'm just going up one side, down the other, up one side, down the other, up one side, down the other, and just in a complete circle, 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 half double crochet. And yeah, so I'm really happy with it. Every now and then I can do this and I can say, oh no, girl, you've got a lot to go, to make this meet in the middle. And so just keep on going. And then, yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And I'm very excited about that. In fact, I think I might crochet a little bit with you if you don't mind. I'm going to pull this down just a little bit so that you can see my crochet, and then we can do a little more chatting and crochet at the same time. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just half double crocheting all the way around. And this Crafter's Secret cotton is not as soft as the I Love This Cotton yarn, which is Hobby Lobby, but it's not as rough as the Peaches and Cream. So, or Sugar and Cream, there's different names for it, but it's all basically the same brand. So, and it's definitely, what I find, the cone yarns, the ones that come in a cone, the cotton is rougher than all of that, right? So let's crochet together and let's chat. So my little baby chicks are getting tall, and did I tell you? I didn't tell you. So the other day I went out. Hubby's been lifting and doing the water for me and stuff like that. He's Oh, he's taking care of his girls so well. He really is. But I go out there with him and I'll help, like, not let them fly out of the coop, out of the little brooder box and stuff. But I picked one up and I was holding her. So you pick them up and you hold the feathers, you hold the wings, right? So that they don't flap because that makes them feel unsafe. But if you hold their feathers so they can't flap and you hold them securely, not too tight, obviously, then they feel secure. Well, I was holding one and I was singing, and I was singing to her, and she was like, I would sing a line, and then she would go, and then I would sing a line, and she would go, and so it wasn't the cheep, cheep, cheep. It was actually a whistle. So she was singing with me. Can you believe that? I was like, "You little girl, you are so precious." And she was just singing with me. And then last night, one of the big girls, they are getting so big. So I had one and then I was holding it firmly with my hand around her feathers and I had her sitting on my chest and I was petting her head and I was talking to her and she was just like really enjoying that. So these chickens are going to be so friendly and so sweet, and they're going to love singing. They're going to sing with me. We're going to have a chorus. Can you believe that? Hey, I might be famous if I have a chicken chorus. Okay, girls, let's sing. I got them singing all the single ladies, all the single ladies. Oh my gosh. You need new pictures of the chicks. Yes, you do, Tanya. So today is the day when we are going to um, bring the girls out of their little brooder box and put them in the main part of the coop. And so we have to lay down some bedding in the whole coop area, and then um, get their large waterer set up, excuse me, and their large feeder set up. And all of this was thanks to my sweet sister-in-law, Tanya. She thought of everything. She thought of the waterers, the heater, the feeder. She even bought them some toys. So we have a xylophone for them to peck and enjoy the music. I just can't wait. So the first step is getting them set up in the chicken coop, and then we will have fun with them and um, figure out, how much they like all of the different things. So okay, I need your opinion on that placemat, because that placemat is pretty. However, my thought was to give it to my two daughter-in-laws in different colors for as a set for Christmas. And I'm thinking that's not modern enough. I'm thinking that I need to do a rectangle shape and do maybe a block, or I'm not sure. So, what is your thought on that placemat? Is it a little too old ladyish? And if it is, then I'll keep it, because guess what? I'm an old lady. Oh. And then I wanted to do a table runner. So that was where I was thinking, oh, I need a good table runner. But I was thinking, if I did just a rectangle and did it like this, like, and did a block and a larger block and then a smaller block, like do this is what I was thinking, like do a solid and then do a variegated. So do 1/4 solid, 2/4 solid, and 1/4, I mean 2/4 variegated, and then 1/4 solid. So 2/4 of solids, 1/4 on each side, and then half in the middle. Okay, so Alice says it is old lady. Oh, you think it would be good in Christmas colors? That might be a way to get away with ooh, that would be nice in Christmas colors. I could do like 4 in green and 4 in red, and I could keep them. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Um, oh, thank you. Thank you, Alice. Alice is gonna send me some links to some placemats. So I was thinking there was one that I saw that was a color block, and I thought, that one is a little more modern, and maybe that would be the way to go, because I don't want these girls to get them and go, look what my mother-in-law gave me. What does she think? I'm an 80-year-old woman? I don't know. But even, my, um, I don't know. Anyway, so we'll see. We will see. But I was pretty pleased. My youngest son's wife, yes, she has been canning with her mother, which is really neat. They were doing pickles and um, jams and jellies, and then also um, she was pressure canning soups in jars. So that was pretty cool. Um, that was very cool. And then my oldest son's wife, she has she has a water bath canner that I gave her for Christmas last year, and she has made some syrups and jams, so that's fun. More neutral colors, yes, yes. Rectangles and circles. Thank you, Tanya. She said most that are selling right now are rectangles and circles. Yes, I kind of saw that too. So, yeah, I'm thinking I yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Tanya, and I was thinking about a circle, but and I do like a circle, but it would have to be pretty big, right? That circle would have to be pretty big. Um, I was also thinking about doing pouches for the silverware. So if I did a circle, then I could do a pouch for the silverware. And so the circle could be more the size of a charger, even, right? I don't know. I know Tanya just, she was just really, really um, into the wedding planning and looking at ideas and everything. And so she is up on like the newest trends, especially in wedding planning and like tablescapes and stuff like that. So basically, what the modern woman is using now for the place setting at a wedding is really what they would enjoy in their home too. So, oh, that size that I make will be great for canning. That's true. That's true. That would be a great canning mat. Thank you. Thank you, Catherine. You are right. Yeah, like a canning mat. That's nice. Thank you. I think that's what I'll do. Oh, are you talking about this? Are you talking about this? Or are you talking about the placemat? But this one would be a good for a canning mat. It really would. Hmm, interesting, right? Hmm. And since my daughter-in-laws do can, um, I should make them some canning mats too. Hmm, interesting. What are you crocheting? Tell me. Jada just made mason jar covers. Yes, cute idea if they can. That is a cute idea. I do like that. Um, I did see that. So you see it's just continuous. You don't stop, you just keep on going. As you can see, it does get there. It's just slow going, but it is a little closer than it was. Yeah. And then eventually it'll get closer and closer and closer and closer until you can just zip up the top. Oh, Amy says, I think a circle would be great for a place setting that includes a charger. I think so too, Amy. That sounds so pretty, doesn't it? I love chargers. I just think they are pretty super, you know? And for those of you who don't know, a charger is just like a plate under your plate, but it's just thin, and usually a lot of times they're made out of either thin metal or thin plastic. And they just sit under your plate, and it just gives like a border for your plate. It just makes it pretty, you know? Okay, so you were talking about the placemat, Catherine. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, the placemat would make a nice canning mat and make a pretty one too. Um, so yeah, today we're gonna let our girls go free. This is what really surprised me. So did you know that baby chicks need to be in 95-degree heat? So that's why they have that heat lamp that they're like staying under. And then for every week that they get older, you just go down by 5 degrees. So 95, then 90 degrees, then 85, 80. And they say that by the time they're like 6 to 8 weeks old, 8 weeks usually, they can withstand like 55-degree weather, because by then all of their feathers have come in, and it's mostly because their feathers haven't come in is why it has to be um so warm, because they just have that little peach fuzz, and that doesn't keep them warm. But once they start getting their feathers in, then that's when they can, you know, they can start handling a little bit of cooler weather. So yeah. So as you can see, this project right here is a good one to do, you know, in front of the television, where, or if people are around and they want to talk, because there's no counting on this at all. This project, no counting. You just keep going in a circle until you make until the square comes together. Um, you like the shape of the placemat, as you can put your roasting pan on it. Oh yeah, and stuff for Christmas dinner. That's nice too. Definitely, definitely. Oh, speaking of Christmas dinner, guess what we're having today for dinner? And I'm very excited. So I know it's summer, but we are baking a turkey, but I'm putting it in my electric roaster. So it's not going in the oven, it's going in an electric roaster. And so we're baking a turkey, and we're not doing all the fixins. Nope. This morning I got up and mixed up. I still can't lift, but I could mix up the batter for cornbread. And mom greased the iron skillet really good. And I got all the batter in there, and then she carried it because it's heavy. The iron skillet by itself is heavy. Carried it to the oven and then got it out. But we were going to have cornbread salad. And if you've never heard of cornbread salad or never had it, on my other channel, Cedarcroft Homestead, um, there I show you how to make cornbread salad. and it is so delicious. So we're having turkey and cornbread salad. And last night for dinner, I made gumbo, not from scratch. I made the Zatarain's brand gumbo. And then I also had some Tony Chachere's. I don't know if that's how you Chacher. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but anyway, he's Cajun also. And I had dirty rice. So I made some dirty rice and some gumbo, and we had pinto beans that were already cooked um, last night for dinner. And today, today, you know, we can eat on that for lunch or whatever. But for dinner, we're having the turkey and cornbread salad. I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited. So, yeah, it was time for us to cook another turkey. And um, it's so funny because um, like I'm really into salads right now. Um, and so we had 2 weeks ago, we had taco salad, and that's where you have the lettuce, um, a can of drained kidney beans, um, taco meat, so beef, taco meat, um, onions, tomatoes. Seems like, oh, and cheese, cheddar cheese, and then you use the Catalina dressing, and it is so good. You stir it all up, and it's so good. And then, so you have your salad, and then on top you sprinkle Fritos, and as the corn tortilla kind of flavor, right? You can put any kind of corn tortillas or chips that you want on it, but our favorite is the Fritos. And oh my gosh, it was so good. So it was so good that we may had it 2 weeks in a row, and 2 weeks in a row, we had chicken salad also. So when I say salads, I mean, any of those kind of salads. Chicken salad, taco salad, now we're having cornbread salad. Um, I'm even in the mood for, um, pasta salad, but we're gonna wait on that because we have too much food to eat already. And, so that turkey is good because we can, save the turkey meat, whatever's left over, and save it for turkey salad later on because you can freeze it. Or, turkey and gravy, like an open faced sandwich, you can make that later on in the week. Or any number of casseroles like turkey and rice. There's this one casserole that is so good. It's turkey, rice, mushrooms, and slivered almonds. And I think that you have some frozen peas in there too, right? And then some kind of gravy or sauce that goes in with it, and you mix it all up together, and then you bake it with like cracker crumbs on top. It's really good, really, really good. Might have to make that with some of the turkey meat. Um, but here's the thing. I grew up with having very large extended families on both sides. Now, in my immediate family, it was just me and my brother, but both mom and dad came from families of 5 siblings, 5 kids. So I had tons of aunts and uncles and cousins and everything. And so whenever we got together on a weekend, where whoever's house we were at, there was a ton of food. And so you made large portions of whatever it was that you made. If it was a casserole, if it was a lasagna, if it was a roast or whatever, right? Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Naomi. Amy, you love taco salad. You don't use the Catalina. Yep, you add a can of corn and then use salsa, sour cream, and guacamole for toppings. Nice. Nice. Yes, and, I love taco salad like that too. Um, so we do that where it's more of a salad, but this one, you mix it all together and you actually serve it all mixed. Um, and it's really good that way. But yours sounds really good too, Amy. I love that. Love it. You know who makes a really good taco salad is Wendy's. Wendy's has a very large, substantial size taco salad. Like it is a large salad. Um, and very good. Yes, it's very delicious. Only they give you the chili to put on top. Yummy. I mean, who doesn't love that? Um, but anyway, so what I was saying was, I'm used to making large portions of things. So I'm trying to get used to making scaled down portions so that we don't have to eat it for a whole week, because we don't want to eat it for a whole week. And so it's better if you just, so what if you have a casserole and it only gets you through one meal, dinner? Who says you have to have leftovers, right? I mean, if you want leftovers, then sure, go for it. But a lot of times, we don't necessarily want leftovers. We want to go on to something new, right? So, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad that I could give you some dinner ideas, Naomi. That's awesome. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I thought, it was time for, and a lot of times when we think of turkey, we think of all of the heavy sides, right? But why don't we think of turkey as just a large chicken? And we would think nothing about, baking a chicken, um, and just eating it with, normal sides, right? Um, so this way we're going to eat it with the um, cornbread salad. So yummy. And cornbread salad, honestly, can be a meal all by itself. We don't even need a meat, although it's good to have a protein, but having just a nice clean protein like some turkey breast um, is nice to go along with that cornbread salad. So yeah, yep. And with it getting a little bit, hotter around the world, or at least in our side of the hemisphere, it's nice to have something that's cool that you can eat that is not, heating up the house by running the oven a lot. Of course, that's why I'm using the roaster, the electric roaster, so that I'm not using the oven. Um, yeah. So we're just trying to keep that heat down to a minimum. Man, I really love this pattern because you just go around and around and around and around, and you don't have to think or worry or anything. You just crochet away. So I hope that you're crocheting with me if you have a little bit of time. If you don't, then that's okay. Um, because I sure do like this. I love it when you crochet with me because I feel like I get so much done when you're crocheting with me. Remember, before the wedding, I can't believe it. It's like BW and AW. Before wedding, after wedding, you know? I can't believe that that wedding is coming up. I mean, it's almost, not quite, 2 months, that Bethany and Tristan have been married. Well, not quite, because today's the 6th. So 20 more days and it'll be 19 more days and it will be 2 months. So not quite. A month and a half they've been married. Um, and at the same time, it feels like it was forever ago. Um, so for the wedding, because it was an outdoor wedding, Tanya had bought a sink, and it's a stainless steel standalone outdoor sink that had like a tube that drains, so you could put the drain, in a different direction, so it's not like accumulating at your feet while you're washing your hands. And it has a hose hookup, so you hook it up to your hose, and so the yeah, so it's for an outdoor sink, right? So my husband set it up on the side of the house, on the side next to the chicken coop side, and he hooked it up to the hose bib right there. And so now when we leave the chicken coop, we can wash our hands right away outside, and then when we go back in, then we wash our hands again, or I do anyway. But this way we're not having to go all the way in the house before we wash our hands. Um, and I know that that's probably kind of a weird thing, because probably those farmers don't wash their hands all the time either, but I wash my hands all the time, regardless of what I'm doing. So, that I'm not wanting to carry possible salmonella, although uh, I don't think with the little baby chickies that it's a problem at this point, but you never know, right? You never know. Okay, so let's see where we're at, because look, it's starting to come in together. See? It's getting closer. I love the way this comes together. And it does feel like as it gets closer, it just takes longer and longer and longer. But that's because I get a little anxious. Do you have crochet anxiety, where when you get towards the end of a project, like you find yourself holding your breath and like trying to race to get it done really, really fast? I don't know. Let's see. Ooh. Naomi says, I've got spinach, collards, and cilantro fresh from my containers we've been using. So I'll use some of that for your taco salad. Yummy! Yummy, yummy. Oh my gosh. You're multitasking, crocheting, and making your menu and shopping list. I love it. I love it. I love it, Naomi. And watching you. I love it. That's awesome. Yeah. Doesn't taco salad sound amazing? And what a great Friday night meal, right? Friday night meal. Your the work week is done. You want something that's not going to heat up the kitchen. You want something that's going to be light and refreshing and delicious, like absolutely delicious. So, yeah, yeah. We sometimes when we have chili, we will make a different kind of taco salad, where we'll make the salad and then we'll put the chili on top with cheese and maybe a little sour cream or guacamole, like Amy was saying, and then eat it that way. Kind of like we call that the Wendy's taco salad. But this one is like a picnic taco salad. So you make it, and then you can take it to, on a picnic, and then people just dip it and eat it. And it's light and refreshing. There's not anything hot in it like the chili. But we like it. We like that both ways. We really do. So we're going to be having our little granddaughters um, for a few days coming up soon, and I've been preparing. I have new Play-Doh sets for them. Oh, I ordered paper dolls. Do you remember paper dolls? Oh my goodness, when I was little, paper dolls were the thing. Uh, and so I remember paper dolls. I don't think these girls have had paper dolls yet. And so I'm excited to play paper dolls with them. And so I also have a new tablecloth for outside on the veranda. So when they come, I can put the tablecloth on the table that's out on the veranda and we can sit around there. And that's where we're going to do the Play-Doh. And that's where we're going to do coloring. I have some coloring books and paper dolls. I have a new game. I like getting games for these kids because they love playing games. Um, and um, then also, what else do I have? Oh, I have some new books that I want to read to them, and just different things like that. Different things like that. I bought a book about Mary Chilton. Mary Chilton was the first female to set foot on Plymouth Rock when the Pilgrims came over. And she is my 10th great grandmother. 10th great grandmother. Um, so she would be the girls' 12th great grandmother. And so I have a book about her, and I wanted to like share that with them, their history with them, a little bit of their history. And so that's going to be really fun. My uncle um, has been doing research on the family tree, and he's been finding a ton of stuff. And so this is on my mom's side. And so when he found that, he was very excited. So he called my mom and told her, you know, and that our, well, her nine times great grandmother was the first female to set foot on Plymouth Rock. And actually, Mary Chilton was only about 13 at the time, and she was so excited to see land that she jumped out of the ship. It was close to the shore. She jumped out and ran through the water because it was shallow enough, but ran through the water and oh, what are you doing, Tanya? Oh, you love paper dolls. Okay, you're at the vet. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Alice, for sending me those patterns. I love paper dolls too, Tanya. And so anyway, Mary Chilton was so excited about reaching land that she jumped out and she ran. And some stories say that she is the first person to actually set foot um, from that voyage onto Plymouth Rock. And other people say she was the first female. So by all accounts, she was the first female. By some accounts, she was the first. So I don't know. Let's see. Yes, especially if it's a big project. Yes. So I like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be crocheting again. I'm so happy to be crocheting again. This is just making me so happy to sit here and crochet with you. And I want to thank you for hanging out with me. I have gone over the 1 hour mark. And so I apologize to you for that because I don't normally do that. 1 hour is usually my limit um, because, um, so Amy, you do that too. You like start holding your breath and like try to when you get to the end. So look, it's coming together really nicely. Won't be too much longer, and this will meet right here in the middle. And yeah, so I'm excited about that. So I just want to thank you for joining me. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for sharing yourself with me. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you on Monday. Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to everybody. And I will see you next time.